Subtotals are something that you should know how to do, both for the exam and if you're dealing with any large quantities of numbers and data, it could help you out. So let's see how we're going to do this. It's easy once you learn the steps how to do it. In fact, if I might go off on a little tangent here, the hardest thing about a lot of what I'm showing you in Excel is remembering it if you don't have to use it for weeks at a time. I've used Excel for quite a long time, and depending on what I'm using Excel for, and this goes pretty much for any application, heck, it even goes for video games. If you don't use it for quite some time, you forget how to do certain things. The important point is that if you know it's capable of doing something, if you get a little rusty on how to do it, you can always go back and look it up. Without further ado, let's get into how to do subtotals. Here I have some information, and I want to be able to do subtotals based off the region where the money's being made. The first thing we have to do is we have to sort the information. So we're going to need to sort all of this information. I'm going to click over. I can either drag it all the way down, or I can use that keyboard shortcut. Remember, Control Shift down arrow, which selects all the active cells. Then I'm going to go to the Home tab. I'm going to go over here to the Sort and Filter button. I want to be able to do a custom sort. I'm going to click the drop down. I'm going to go to Custom Sort. Now, none of this is actually making the subtotals. This is setting up for the subtotals. I want to sort by region. That's cool. Cell values in A to Z is perfectly fine, and it does have headers. I'm going to click OK. And now this is arranged alphabetically. This is good. This is what I need it to do. We took care of the sorting. Now we're going to play with the subtotals. From our Home tab, we need to go to our Data tab. So I'm going to click on the Data tab. I'm going to go all the way over here where we had the groups, which we played with a little while ago, and I'm going to click on Subtotal. A dialog box appears. This is going to ask me at each change in what? What it's looking for is every time there's a change, where are we going to put the subtotal? Well, I want there to be a change in the region. This is why we had a sort to begin with, because we have all the east together, all the norths together, all the souths together, all the west together. So wherever there's a break from east to north, north to south, this is a break. This is where we're going to put our subtotal in. What function do I want to put in there? We just don't have to put in a sum. We don't have to just add them together. We can add different functions. But for right now, let's just do sum. And what do we want to add together? Well, the numbers are over here in the orders place, so we want to add those together. We're going to leave this as the default, and we're going to click OK, and watch what happens. Boom! There you go. Not only did it insert the subtotals, but it also grouped the information like we saw in a previous video. It grouped it east, north, south, and west. It grouped it all together. But it also added, look at this, a subtotal for each of the regions. And it's just, again, that simple to do. And it gives us a very quick view of what's going on. If I wanted to add additional information, I can. I just don't have to leave it here with the totals. Let me highlight this stuff again, bring it down, go back over to subtotals. And let's say I want to know what the average is. I want to know what the average sale is. So I'm going to click on average. Now here's the key. I don't want it to replace the existing subtotal. I want to see total and I want to see average. So I'm going to uncheck this box and then I'm going to click OK. And now I have the averages and the totals for each of the regions. And that is how we create subtotals.